The very last one I sent you.
Last one. Okay. Yeah, that's
Right.
what I was like.
Yeah, it was like, I didn't know how to take no damn selfies. I didn't know what the hell I was doing.
Okay,
So that was
at
that.
the airport.
That's at the airport before the cruise. That's the first time I met him. That was the first time I met him.
This one's like, here's my
Awful. What? So then I met him for the first time. Then after that, it was at the Boston airport. Wait, was it? Hold on. Let me, hold on. I'm going to rewind. Hold on. Okay, wait. Was the tour with, they have so many fucking tours. The tour with Paula Abdul.
That was the something package.
What year? Do you know?
2017.
Okay, perfect.
I didn't get
so,
to go to that one.
Let me see. Hold on. What was that called? That tour?
It was one of the packages, but I didn't get to go to that one, so I don't know like for sure what it. I just know the year. Because that was the year I moved to Boston, so that's why I kind of like knew what year. So let's see. Hello, welcome back to SWEETHAUTE. This is Christina from SWEETHAUTE, and I'm here today with Sasha, and she's going to be sharing with us some of her cool experiences she's had over the years with New Kids on the Block, but specifically Jordan Knight.
Yes, specifically.
Yeah. So, okay. So go ahead and we'll start with number one on the list, the main event press conference.
Yes, I won tickets through something on Facebook. And that was the first time me ever seeing them so face to face. So I was excited. They did the press conference with TLC, and I think it was Nelly, if I'm not mistaken. After that, of course, everybody gets excited. They start running after the guys. With that being said, yeah, everybody starts running towards the escalators because that's where they're walking. It was like teenage girls running after them all over again. And it was the first time, like I said, I've gotten so close to them. So I was like, kind of like excited. He was my crush, my first everything back in the day. So I'm like, oh my God.
Where was it at? Like it
was, okay, Madison Square Garden. So for some reason, it was like in the lobby of Madison Square Garden. It was like on a corner or some crap like that. So it was bizarre to see them, like I said, up close. I was kind of like shy. I was by myself. No one wanted to go with me because nobody around here that I knew was close that liked them. You know what I mean? So I was just like, okay, so I'll just go by myself. And I went to work afterwards, but anyway, that's another story. With that being said, everybody rushes, everybody's going after them, you know, calling each guy's name as they're going up the escalators. And of course, security, you know how that could get. But I'm like, I was determined. I just wanted to meet Jordan. I was like, this is my crush. This is my everything. I just have to meet him. Like, I would hate to go all the way there and nothing. So then, boom, I got Donnie first. I was like, okay, I might as well get Donnie. Why not? So I got Donnie. Then my Jordan, my moment, my number one moment to meet first, my life. And then the picture is cut off.
Oh no.
It's like half of his face, half of my face down here because I'm so short. I was like, hey, that's the best I'm gonna get. I can't afford like, you know, those meet and greet packages. Okay.
Yeah.
I was like, screw it.
Yeah.
I take what I can get. So that was my first encounter with Jordan Knight.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yay.
Yay, my love.
Go on to number 2, which was the Barclays Center.
Okay. So next encounter with Mr. Knight was the tour. Again, I don't remember what tour it was exactly, but it was at the Barclays Center. And I had tickets on the side of the stage, you know, not on the floor seats, because, you know, there's a B stage where in the back it's like circle. Yeah. Okay. And so we were like closer to the B stage on the side. I'm like, oh, these are great seats. We were like third row up. I'm like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. Then I met up with, you know, Jen and Rod.
Oh, so Rod, you already knew them, or like?
I already knew them from like shows and other stuff like that. So I saw them and they were like, oh, we're trying to give away these tickets. I'm like, what tickets? They were like, oh, for the floor by the B stage. I'm like, well, I'll take them. They're like, no, you already, he's like, no, you already have seats. I'm like, no, you give this to somebody else and I'll take those. And it worked out beautifully because
so outside, or you were already inside? Like,
no, I was already inside.
Okay.
So what he was trying to do, he was trying to give the tickets away to somebody that was like a nosebleed or whatever the case may be. So I said, well, I have good seats too, so take these and I'll take those. He was like, okay, fine. So that worked out to my favor. So me and my friend were like close to the B stage. So when they sang Tonight, you know how they go all around, they spread around, and Jordan kind of goes towards the end on the right side. I'm like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. So he's coming close and I'm like, oh my God, this is my chance again. So I go to hug him and he goes to give me a kiss on the cheek, but he didn't like the way it looked. I know, my heart stopped.
I mean, you have to tell the story. You have to tell us like what happened. Like,
so he's singing
like,
Tonight, whatever.
Was it loud? Were you like?
I think at that moment, nothing else like mattered. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He was like face to face with me. And I was just like, with my phone, all I wanted was a picture.
Yeah.
You know, so I'm just like, you know, oh my God. He looked at it and he didn't like it, the picture. So we took another one and he gave me a kiss in the cheek. And I'm like, did that just happen to me? Like,
because
did everybody see that?
I mean, I don't know if you've seen, but I have never seen a picture like that.
I haven't myself. I mean, I'm sure there's somebody out there. I don't know.
I don't think there is. Like, maybe in like an individual meet and greet, maybe, but it was after yours. It was not like before.
Yeah, I was like, oh, I don't have to pay $1,000. Okay, thank God. This is worth every penny that I paid for just those seats. Because, like I said, the fact that Rod gave me the upgrade, basically. Yeah. Funny part is, he then messages me later through Facebook and he says, I saw you on the screen. So I'm sure other people
like it had made up on the.
Yeah, because as they go around, you know how when they go around, they videotape the whole thing. So you kind of see where they are. And then he said, I saw what happened. I'm like, I know. I don't know how it happened.
Oh my God, you have to find that.
Oh, I wish. You know what? It's never dawned on me to find it on YouTube or anything. I'm so sure it's out there. I just have to look now.
I'm gonna try to find it. Yeah.
Yeah. So look for it because oh my God, let me tell you, my heart skipped a beat. My heart skipped a freaking beat.
I know.
It was so great.
He's so shy and like
such an introvert. He's an introvert. Let's be honest.
Yeah. Like, you just don't know. And then for something like that to happen is like, what? What just happened?
Know. I don't know. Everybody, even people that like don't follow New Kids on the Block and they knew how like I'm in love with Jordan, they were like, oh my God, how did you score that? And I'm like,
I don't know. Like, you don't have to be like following that or a fan, but everyone knows who they are.
Oh,
they remember
absolutely.
Who they are.
Yes, you don't have to be a fan.
That's how it was too when I posted something. It was something, I think it was just like some stage shots, and they were like, oh my gosh, we're so close. That was Jordan Knight, or that was this, or that was that.
No, yeah.
I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, I've had conversations with like my patients, and they'll be like, they'll see actually a picture, because I have a picture of Jordan by my desk, and they'll be like, New Kids on the Block. I'm like, of course, yeah. And it's funny. It's funny. Yeah. I love it. I love it.
A joke, but a joke because Everyone
get it.
knows like that giddy, like, you know, when you were, you know, growing
That
up.
age. Yep.
Yes, it's like,
I know.
on the block, yes, you know.
It sucks though. I never got to see them when I was young, but
No, I know. I luckily got to go, but one time, and I wasn't supposed to go. Like, she was going to take her sister, like her mom was forcing her to take her sister. And then for some reason, either the sister got in trouble or grounded, or just decided like, oh, you just go. Or something happened to where all of a sudden I got to go. I couldn't believe it. I was like, a real concert, you know?
oh, I wish. Are you kidding me?
Now it's like, oh yeah.
Yep. Now it's like,
or it was like,
oh, that's what show we going to next? Let's go.
Yeah. Okay, so next I have, so okay,
Boston.
Airport, yeah.
Okay, so this was the cruise. The first time I went on the cruise, I was going to the one leaving out of New Orleans into Cozumel. I didn't know what to expect. I was excited. I met girls on Facebook and they became my roommates. I went to the party prior to that. You know, they had like a Mardi Gras party and like where they keep all the.
They do that, like, I mean, I know.
A pre-party, I know. I know.
But I'm saying once we start doing like normal things again, then if they do those like
they used to do them a lot.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, oh my gosh, that would be like so fun if they started doing those again. Like,
yeah, that was really, really cool.
Yeah,
that was cool.
It sounds cool.
So I didn't get a direct flight to New Orleans because it was actually more money than a connecting flight, which is stupid because I'm in Jersey. So I went, instead of going Jersey down to New Orleans to Louisiana, I'm like Jersey, Boston, back to Louisiana. Hey. Whatever. It worked out because I'll tell you why.
Oh my gosh, did it.
So I'm there and I met other girls that were like going on the cruise that I was like not friends with, but we're all the same. Yeah. We all like the same thing. So we're walking, going to our terminal. And then on the left side, the one girl that I was talking to, she says, there goes Jordan right there. He was talking to two stewardess.
Oh, like so nonchalantly, like, oh, he's right there.
Oh yeah, he was just sitting there. What? I know. She just said it like, whatever. And I was just like, oh my God. I'm like, okay, what do I do?
This is like everyday thing for me, okay?
No, I'm like, okay. So then we sat in a way in the terminal that you could see people walking. So I'm like, okay, we're going to sit here. I'm sure he's going the same damn flight that we're going on. Perfect. So he's walking up. I'm like, okay. I'm like, can I have a picture? He's like, yeah, no problem. So I take a picture with him. Again, came out like crap.
No,
so then the other people, no, but listen, that's the good picture. Oh, there's a freaking ugly one. So then I said so everybody else was getting their picture. And I went up to him, I'm like, my friend, which she wasn't my friend, I didn't know her. My friend took a crappy picture. He was like, well, then you need better friends. I'm like, can I have another one? He was like, of course. I'm like, oh my God. And then obviously he knew that we were fans of like going to the cruise. So he ended up after that specific picture, he went towards like behind a pole to sit there for the flight, like before the flight to kind of not be bothered. Because, he's very standoffish sometimes. So we all get in, finally inside the plane, it's time to get in. So I'm just like, oh my God, if this man is sitting next to me, I'm going to fucking die. What? Like what the hell am I going to do in a 5-hour flight with this man sitting next to me? I would die. So, because I was towards, I was like right behind the first class. So I'm thinking to myself, he's going to go to first class. That's just what he's going to do.
In my flight that I had with him, he was in first class. If he would have been back with everyone, I would have died too.
Well, I went to sit down. I was like literally 2 rows after first class. So I'm like, oh, I see him coming in and I'm like peeking. I'm like looking up, So then he sees me peeking. And he's like, he goes like this to me. I'm like,
You're like, yes.
yeah. So then come to find out, he's actually, yeah, he's like looking at me like, I'm like, oh my God, I want to know I'm staring, but I'm staring. Because then I wanted to see where he was sitting.
Yeah, yeah.
So then I was like, okay, I'm like, oh my God, he went past first class. He's standing right there. I'm like, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. So he's actually seated the next row behind me over. So he was super close.
Yeah.
Like I could see him the whole time. And I'm just like, shit, I mean, I can't go to the bathroom. I can't get up and do nothing because he's gonna know I'm staring at him. Like, how can one pass him and not stare? Knowing if you're a fan.
Was he sitting by fans or just random people?
By random people. Just random people.
I would have been like, can we switch seats? Because
I don't think I could do that because I don't know how I would act.
I will switch you seats and give you $50. Like, I need to talk to this guy for 5 hours.
But I think I would have been sweating the whole time, probably like farting from being nervous. No. I don't know, because you know, it's funny because when I get nervous, I get like the bubble guts and I'm like, oh my God, if he would have sat next to me, I would have just died. Oh, so that was that.
No.
So that was actually fun. You know, that was kind of cool. And then seeing him get picked up later at the airport too. He got picked up by, you know, a car because we had to pick up the bags.
You were at baggage claim?
Together.
What?
So we were at baggage claim together.
Oh, I thought you meant on the way back. That's what I was on the way back.
No. That was my last stop.
I would have been like, okay, we need another selfie at baggage claim.
No, I didn't want to bother him. But it was like, how can you not stare? How can you not stare? And I was just like, oh God. And you see all the other girls like whispering to themselves. And I'm like, oh.
At my baggage claim, he was at my baggage claim. And he was talking to all of us.
Yeah, he says hi, but that's what he did.
He was just standing there. But you know how like in Boston, I mean, I'm not sure, I have to like double check, but like, you know, the photographer and like the stylist, like they were there too. And then one of those music producers were there too. So they were all standing there, but no one was like bodyguarding him or like.
No, he had no bodyguard.
And talking, but it was literally like, you know how like in the cruise, it's like you can't get near him really unless.
Yeah, but no, the airport, he was by himself. He had no bodyguard, no nothing.
Yeah, I know.
That's the same thing when I met Joey too in the airport coming back from Louisiana. I met Joey at the airport also, and he had nobody with him, nothing. And I took a picture with him too.
I know, and then like I even saw the guy. He was like holding up a sign, and it said like Jordan Knight on it or something, like to pick him up. And you don't know, like no one's gonna know who that is, right? Driver, you don't know who Jordan Knight is? Like, hello, he's coming. So
exactly.
So number 4. Okay. Oh my gosh. Number 4. So this is the cruise. And
yes,
I don't remember what number it is, but it's not the last cruise, but it's whichever.
It was last one was.
You saw him at the airport?
That's the one in Louisiana.
Okay, so this is the same cruise.
Yes, same things. That was a sail away party.
So sail away / whatever happened at the cruise.
Okay, yes. So the cruise going to Cozumel from Louisiana. It was a sail away party. You know how they again do that whole thing where they walk around and people are like standing on the steps. Because by the time I got there, I couldn't get close. So I had to stand on one of the steps because I'm short too.
Yeah.
So I'm standing on one of the steps as they're walking around. I'm like, oh shit, look at Jordan on his way coming this way. I thought nothing of it. I just was like, hey, whatever. And boom, he remembers me. He points at me and he's talking to me.
From the airport. He's remembering you from the airport.
Yeah, he remembered me from the airport. Yeah. He pointed at me and he's going like listening to everything I'm saying. And I'm just like, do you remember me? He was like, yeah, from the airport. And inside I'm dying. I'm like, how is this happening to me on my first cruise?
Yes, I know. So many cool.
And luckily, there were like a bunch of girls around that were taking the interaction, the picture. Yeah. And someone on Facebook sent it to me, which I'm super grateful for. Yeah. But yeah, he was talking to me, and then he was like, "Oh, are you gonna have so much fun and all this stuff?" And I'm like, "Oh my God,
Did
how
you
is
say
it?
it's my first cruise? Because
Yeah, I said it was my first cruise. Oh no, yeah, I was like, this is my first time. He was like, well, have fun. He was like, I'll see you around. I'm like, okay. Like when I'm put in that type of situation, I'm just like, I don't know what to do.
I know, man.
It's
like,
so crazy.
You forget, like, okay, I'm definitely gonna tell him it's my first cruise, and then you forget. So I'm glad you
bullshit. Yeah, I forget everything. So that was kind of cool that that happened. Even though that specific cruise, I got hurt. I fell on my ass because I was on a chair, a fold-out chair. This was a Halloween night, and I wanted to stand up on a chair because I couldn't see. What was that for? I put my foot back, flipped back, and got a concussion. The only beauty, yeah, I got a concussion. Oh yeah. When I came home, first of all, they wheeled me downstairs in a wheelchair to the medic area of the cruise ship. Anyway, when I got home, I had to get an MRI, a CT scan. Oh my God. Yeah. So come to find out, I ended up having a concussion, which I'm suffering from back pain because of that.
Oh no.
So, was it worth it? Yeah, sure.
Oh my gosh. I didn't know. Like all that. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Good times.
I'm glad you're okay. Sort of.
Yeah,
okay.
I'm alive. I saw stars. Yo, I literally blacked out. Like it literally, when I fell onto the wood, it's wood, the deck of the cruise ship, that Lido deck, that shit's hard. Literally, when I fell, I saw white, actually. Luckily, there was girls there trying to help me, and I was wearing a dress, so I'm sure that shit went. Not like anybody wants to see that. Then, funny part is, then some girls like messaged me on Facebook. Were you the one that fell? Yeah, well, yeah, it was me. Thank you.
You know what? Yes, I was.
But it worked out. I met so many people. It was just so awesome. So awesome. And then what's next? Let's see.
No, you need to tell us the story that happened after the fall.
So the next morning, looking like shit that I was looking like, because I had a tank top, no bra, head up in the bun like this, but I look a mess. I was crying, dark circles. Get a knock on the door. And I'm just like, oh, it's probably the medic people trying to, check on me. Boom. It was the Knight brothers checking on me.
Oh my gosh.
Jordan and Jonathan came. They were like, oh, we heard someone in your room number. I forgot what my room number was, got hurt. I'm like, oh God, yeah, it's me. He was like, didn't I see you at the airport? I'm like, yes. He was like, this was your first cruise? I'm like, yes. He was like, you're going out with a bang, aren't you? I'm like, Like, you had a tank top with my boobs hanging down and everything.
Were you like, oh my gosh, thank you, but bye? I would have been so like scared.
I was mortified, but it was so nice and like reassuring that they actually cared a little bit. Like, I don't know how they found out, whether they spoke to somebody or I have absolutely no idea how. So that was like, it was just, I have to say, it was such an awesome cruise. For what happened sucked, but everything else was pretty cool.
Oh my gosh. Nice. So
no, they ended up just leaving. They were there talking for like no more than 10 minutes.
Okay.
But what ended up happening is they came in, but the door was open. So they were like in between the door, because the rooms are really small. So the other girls were like asleep and like, they were like, oh my God, like what's going on? Because I was with 2 other girls. Yeah. So that was interesting. Yeah. Yeah. And then the other girls, like at the other rooms, were like looking to see what was going on.
Weird things.
Good times, good times. Yeah.
Okay. So I got, Serious Sex.
Oh yeah, that was that was to promote another tour, but it was on Jenny's series show, and I was friends with somebody that worked at Sirius XM, whatever it's called. So we got a photo also with them. Jonathan wasn't there though. So being that I was friends with somebody and I had like a specific pass, that I was able to go inside the booth. People were outside and then some people inside the booth. So I was directly right in front of them. And then Jordan, of course, he was like, I'm like,
You're like, of all things to be like, remember.
But the thing is, then I start to feel like, does he think I'm a stalker or something? Like,
No. Oh, was it right after the cruise?
yes.
I mean, who cares? It's like super fan, yes, like not stalker. Like,
I was like, this man is gonna think I'm crazy.
Like at his house or something. Like,
I'm like, so that was kind of cool, but you know, it was nice. It was nice. I mean, we didn't get too much time, but he kind of like pointed to me because he kind of knew. But that was nice. We got pictures with them. That was cool.
So you got to do sort of like a go through and like take a picture, meet and greet type.
Yeah, got a meet and greet with them all, except for Jonathan wasn't there.
Okay.
So that was cool.
So you didn't get to like
really interact with him. No.
I mean, so since you were in the booth or whatever it was called,
there was like question and answers type of thing. I didn't ask any questions.
Oh, you
okay. Shit.
So were they like getting your guys' reactions? Like, could they hear you guys? Like, if you're like, yay, or whatever, or it was
yeah, they could hear, and they actually gave us tickets to a show also. So we got tickets to I think, what venue was it? I'm trying to think what venue it was. I forgot, but we got tickets to the show too.
And did you go, or did you end up already having tickets? Like, what was?
No, I went. My friend told me they're free tickets, so yeah, I went. It was cool.
I have Cruise X, where a funny thing.
Oh yes, okay. This is where I met you. So this was the photo op. So you know how they have 2 per new kid. So they have you go down the line, blah blah blah. So this time, I stood by Donnie actually.
Yes.
This last time. Yes, I stood by Donnie.
And I was surprised because.
Yes.
Well, that's why it's funny too, because if you hadn't moved to Donnie, we wouldn't have met.
Correct.
So I mean, it worked out. But,
yeah.
Like,
but the reason I switched,
you're Jordan girl, and you were standing by Donnie. So.
But the reason I switched is because I did prior to that. I only had one Donnie photo.
Okay.
And I never had interaction with him, so I was like, oh, let me just do it this time.
Yeah.
To come to find out, on the cruise, you know how we got to meet Donnie. He was doing the selfie thing, so that was kind of cool. Whatever. Remember?
Yeah.
But so I was like, that's the reason I did with Donnie. So once I left Donnie to, you know, give the rest of the guys hugs on the way out, you know, it was Jordan next to him. No, Jordan's in the middle. Donnie, Jordan, and then Joey. And then I was like, Joey, I'm like, I love drunk Joey. You're becoming my I'm a Jordan. I was like, I'm a Jordan girl, but you're becoming my favorite. And that's where he went to Jordan with that Boston accent, which I can't make. But he was like, you see, Jordan, you see? I got another one, you see? I was like, oh my God. It was really a cute moment. It was cute.
Yeah, because everyone loves like Joe when he gets all like party mode. It's so funny.
He is amazing. What a great guy.
All of them. I mean, when they get like a little liquor, they're just like,
it loosens them up. Loosens them up.
Fun, and they're just like, yeah.
Donnie's the one that doesn't quit though. That one parties all night long.
Well, I'm glad though, because then we wouldn't have gotten like a lot of the selfies and stuff too if he was adamant about
outgoing,
being with the fans and stuff.
He's a showmanship, that's for sure. He's very like, he wants to bring everybody together. He wants to show love. He's just such a great guy. Yeah. Still gonna be a Jordan girl though.
Yeah.
Always, no matter what.
Yeah, I know. Well, okay, so this isn't on our list, but I'm gonna be doing, I don't know when I'll finally get to it, but I'm gonna be doing that night when he came over and danced with us. And we were just like, couldn't believe it, because like he doesn't.
That was amazing how we found our happy asses up there.
I know, that's what I'm saying.
Right next to him, the whole. We have to find footage of that.
I have footage of it. I just have never.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I'm sure there's other people that have footage, but
that's what I'm saying. Like on the outside looking in type of thing.
Yeah. Yeah. I have it of us doing it in the middle of it, but I don't have
that. Was awesome.
I don't know if anyone maybe took it or not, because I think I've seen, I haven't looked yet, but I think I've seen a few where when he said he was going to come over and the bodyguard was taking him. So I think people were definitely taking pictures, but I don't know for sure if anyone was videoing it, but because he took a minute to get up there. And so I don't know if there was people like taking video or whatever, and then maybe still had it on like when we were all dancing to like the different.
That's what I'm thinking. That's what I need to look back at. I think at one point, like after the cruise, like a month or so, I was looking, but I didn't find anything. It's probably something there now after so long.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Oh, I would love to see that. I would love to see that.
Oh my gosh. Cause like, oh my gosh. So like we were
that
up
was
there,
awesome.
and then I kept telling him like, come over here. Come on. And when he really like did it, I was like, oh, okay.
I was like, the fact that we got to dance with him was just,
everyone rushed us.
Of course.
And like I was just like, oh dude, like it's so crowded now. And then everyone we were with, you ended up like far away from me. And I was like, oh my gosh, like all these people rushed to where I couldn't be near you. I still was next to Jen, and I still was next to, I think maybe Laura. Definitely Jen.
Maybe. Okay.
But you were like over there, and I was like, like.
I don't know what happened. It gets chaotic. Let me tell you, those cruises get chaotic.
Yeah, but I wasn't expecting. Well, I didn't really have any expectation, but I wasn't expecting people to rush it because we were on that stage. So I thought people weren't going to try to like get up there because there was already people there, and he was trying to head there. So I don't know.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Awesome moment though.
Then, okay. So Atlantic City.
Oh, Atlantic City. So this is like one of my A-listers.
Yeah.
He's an A-lister, let's be honest. He's an A-lister. So when I found out, well, first let me say, my son was graduating high school. Mm-hmm. And then I was taking him to go see Adam Sandler live in Atlantic City.
Oh, what?
I love Adam Sandler. What? Yeah. So, and I was just like, oh, wait a minute. I have the day off. We'll go early. I'm like, all right, cool. Yeah. Then I found out the day before we were going that Mark Wahlberg was going to be at the grand opening of Wahlburgers.
You found out the day before?
The day before.
Oh my gosh, that's so lucky.
I was like,
I thought you knew.
No, I found out the day before, and I said to my son, we got to go early.
Oh, definitely.
So we left super early. We got there. There was like 5 people around Wahlberg, just, bullshitting around, waiting to see some type of information. Right. Well, as we waited there for like, I would say 5 hours. Thank God it was indoors. You know what I mean? It was cool because it was like raining that day. So.
Yeah, that is lucky.
People started trickling in.
Oh no.
More people. They started roping off, and us and this couple of people were like, we were here first.
Oh yeah.
So they were like, no, we got you, which was bullshit. It was a shit show because the minute they knew Mark was coming, those ropes ended up on the floor. Everybody bum rushed him. But thank God my son, with his quick thinking, got his phone, videotaped the whole thing of him coming towards us. And then he took a video or picture with my son. And then someone called Mark on his phone. And he's like, hold on. I'm like, he's going to tell us to hold on during this fucking shit show. So, and then I said, and then my son's like, but my mom needs a picture with you. And then he stopped, put his phone away, and he took a picture with me. I was like, oh my God, he was so nice. Yeah. Oh, so nice. And then after that, I'll be honest, it was so crazy. Everybody was stampeding each other that I said, let's go, just go. But we were so excited. Our adrenaline was pumping, and you could see in the video, we were like so excited.
Oh my gosh. Some of my videos, same thing. It's like so much adrenaline. It's like,
you're just like, oh my God, so excited. You don't realize how super pumped you are. You know what I mean? But so that was cool. Meeting him was cool. Fine. Like, it was actually, like, how can I explain? Like, I think I love Jordan to death, don't get me wrong. But meeting Mark Wahlberg to me was just a little bit little step up. You know what I mean?
Oh my gosh. I don't know. I don't know.
You don't know?
It's close because I don't know. Like it, as a little girl, I never thought that I would like meet him. I mean, I sort of thought like when I was really young, I thought, yeah, I'll meet him one day. I'll just see him around. But then once I realized like that's not how it works. Like
no,
so,
not at all. Not in the real world. No.
Thought I would ever meet him. And then so now I don't know. There's not like maybe I can't think of like who else would probably be like, but
okay.
like I don't know. Like I know I like Freddie Prinze Jr. I used to be like, you know, but this is a long time ago. Like when he was more active. Jared Leto.
Yeah, but
like
if you
people like that.
Oh, don't even talk about my Jared Leto.
Yeah. And then you have like all the epic photos of Jared, like everyone. Okay, so didn't you say that your son happened to get a video of another time and then you guys ended up getting a good picture from it because it was a video?
Yeah, so the main event tour many moons ago, again, New Kids on the Block disperses during tonight, and we were sitting in a spot where it was Joey's section to come walk up. Aww. And I have not had one photo with him yet at that point or meet him yet. And I'm just like, oh my God, I'm so excited. He's coming towards me. And what happens? My son's taking a video and then my son takes a picture with him. Not even me, my son.
You're like, oh.
I'm like, what is going on?
Yeah, what about me?
Yeah, like, what happened to me? I'm the fan. I'm the fan since I was this little, like, but, so that was kind of cool. That was a cool.
So it was your son's picture. It wasn't both of you.
I was nowhere near that photo. But thank God I got to meet Joey so many other times afterwards.
Yeah, and then we got to go.
Oh, yes.
For I forgot even the name of it already. 12th night?
12th night or something?
Was it 12th night or was it a different number night? It was something. The most recent
Shakespeare. It was a Shakespeare. Yeah, because he did Waitress prior to that, which I went 3 times.
Yeah, I didn't get to go.
Oh, you should have so went. It was so good. And I met him all 3 times.
I didn't go to that, but then
after, so good.
I saw how much interaction he did with Waitress. I was like, okay, I'll go to the next one. But you got a picture. You finally, well, you had pictures, but you got another one with.
Yeah, I have like maybe 6 Joeys, I think. 6 Joey pictures.
I don't have any. I mean, I have one, but I'm saying.
I would say you have the one, right?
I have one with him, and then one with Jordan, one with Donnie. I can't remember. I have the meet and greet, but I don't have like, you know.
No, I know what you mean. Yeah. You don't have it with Jonathan?
No, and I think I could have gotten it a few times. I just didn't.
He's the easiest to get.
What?
But he's the easiest to get.
Oh, really? Okay.
Oh.
Everyone rushed him, so I felt bad, like I shouldn't bother him, you know, because I know.
No, he's cool. He's cool. He's cool.
So I was like, oh, okay, so everyone else. And then like, who else? Oh, I have it with Danny. I have like a few with Danny.
Yeah, I have a few with Danny too, but he scares me a little bit.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, I was like, wait a minute, do I? Yeah, I do have one with him.
Yeah, he just seems like he's always pissed off.
I don't.
Right? He always looks pissed off.
I know, but okay, so how I got it with him was he came up to me. So that was like, I knew it was okay.
Oh, okay, good. Okay.
Yeah, and because with John, like I knew he wouldn't like be like mad or anything, but I just so many people approached him that I was like, okay, never, I'll wait. But
yeah, I get it.
I could have twice, and I just didn't do it. Well,
he's cool.
I didn't have my phone with me, and I could have gotten it. Were you standing there? Like it was right when we were in line for a meet and greet, and he walked by. I don't even think they started yet, but I could have probably got it there, but I didn't have my phone. And then another time I saw
him, because they tell you to leave it at the room.
Yeah, so I could have. He was right there, you know, and and he was like, hi, blah blah blah. He was like talking to us, so that's why I was like, wow, if I would have had my phone, yeah.
You met Danny's dad?
Oh yeah, we did.
Yeah.
We got to
Yeah,
do
yeah.
Screening Dead. Yeah, I forgot about that. But that was after.
Yeah, he's nice.
But I've met him after that too. It was at the second concert of the mixtape that I saw.
Okay.
He came up to our row and I was like, okay, hi. He's like,
Yeah, see, that's
like,
cool.
standing there with us. I was like, okay.
Oh, he loves to take pictures with people. He loves it. He loves it.
Yeah, we have one with him. Then what else? I don't know. Oh, while you're doing that, what were your reactions to canceling Cruise and canceling Fenway?
Well,
Sad.
I understand the canceling of the cruise.
Yeah.
Totally. We have a pandemic going on. I understand that. Fenway, I think, don't mind that. I think Fenway, we could have done it because it's outside. And I think that we could have worn masks.
Oh, yep.
That's my opinion on it.
I totally forgot about that, but yeah.
And the reason being is because we don't know how this vaccine's going to be. Everybody's not going to take the vaccine. No,
because you don't know, and
you don't know no, you don't.
You're taking other medicines, which I'm not taking medicines, but I don't like taking medicines, so I don't.
Okay, I just don't know the longevity of how it's going to affect you, and the only thing is now they're saying on the future cruises, concerts, they said they're either going to mandate that you have the vaccine or COVID test before a show.
What? You saw that somewhere?
Yeah.
Oh.
I'll send you the article.
But not from
Live Nation.
Oh, I didn't see that.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, the only thing I've seen is that the CDC, I mean, not the CDC, the Cruise Federation saying that they can start doing cruises again. And because CDC guidelines, but they can do cruises again. That's the only thing I had seen. I had not seen anything from Live Nation or anyone.
So my thing is, okay, charter cruises like the New Kids on the Block, the amounts of people that are on that cruise, it's ridiculous. How are you not going to reassure someone that they're not going to get sick? Because even on a normal basis, I think it was the first cruise that I went on, I got the flu afterwards.
Oh, did?
Yeah. So how are you supposed to feel safe?
Mm-hmm.
You know, I don't know.
That completes our episode. If you have a story you would like to share for Untold Stories, New Kids on the Block, let me know and I will get you on the list. Thank you so much for watching. This is Christina from SWEETHAUTE. Be sweet.